dollar signs is only the top. I pay no mind to them haters, they talk. I level up and then open the watch. The world in my hand, praying I don't drop. Praying I don't drop. Praying I don't drop. Praying I don't drop. Praying I don't drop.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Black Rob, and you are now watching Real Talk with Rob. And on this episode, it's just gonna be Q&A. So in the first episode, when I showed you my Netflix The Circle audition, I said I'm gonna put a link in the description for people to ask questions, and some questions have come in. So I'm excited to get to these. So yeah, with no further ado, question number one: what made you move to Austin? Honestly, I'll say the blogs. I mean, the blogs was kind of gassing it a little bit. Now, I wanted to move to Florida. California was also an option, in Texas, and California too expensive. Florida just too hot year long. Landed on Texas, did a little research, and Austin was just raving in the blogs. Ultimately, you've seen my last video, not staying here, but it was cool while it lasted. So next question is, what made you start YouTube? Honestly, I've always wanted to be an actor. Well, let's say I really wanted to be an actor starting in 12th grade probably, or it was like 11th grade. I was in, what was the class called? Theater arts, and I just really enjoyed it. And you know, of course, everyone wants to be on TV and things of that nature, so I know how tough it is getting into the acting world. I mean, you need experience, you need classes, you have to learn and practice to be an actor. And I figured the easiest way to get in front of a camera was to buy my own and put it up on YouTube myself. So honestly, you know, maybe this could be some type of stepping stone to have a platform to sell to casting directors. That's a thought as well, but it's not my only purpose. I truly actually want to help people, and that's why I'm putting out helpful videos in my YouTube as well. Question number 3, where are you from? So I'm originally from Philadelphia. I moved to North Carolina when I was 7 years old due to a death in the family. And so I was pretty much raised in North Carolina. But I still feel Philly bred, man. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. I'm a Sixers fan. I'm a Phillies fan. I like LSU football. I've always liked LSU football, so I'm no bandwagon like some of these dudes out here. I've been liking them since Jamarcus Russell, like the 06 days, 07, like 6th, 7th grade. But yeah, I'm originally from Philly. I also rep North Carolina. Okay, I actually got a question from the kid JB. How is it as a black man living in Austin today with all what's going on in the country? I asked because I want to move here, but I'm a little nervous. To be honest, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. I've dealt with racism here in Austin. I was driving Lyft for one for a period of time, and because of little diversity, this one girl was just saying the craziest things. She was saying, why don't black girls like the sun? Why are they so mean? And things like that. And it was really pissing me off. It was making me so mad because she was generalizing all black people. But Austin has no diversity. So if she's never around black people, if she meets one mean black person, then maybe that's why she thought all black people is mean. But I will say, you know, I don't think Austin is some overly overt racist town, but it's tough being in a city surrounded by white people, because you definitely get those feelings, those where you can tell someone's uncomfortable around you, or if you're wearing the wrong thing like sweatpants or some loose clothes, they might look at you crazy, or clutch the purse. You get those, but most of these people here are nice. You know, I held a protest in Austin after George Floyd in May, and most of the people out there were white, and they were protesting for Black lives. So I don't think these people in Austin are like, oh, like, you know, racist. It's just more of kind of tough being around it. Now, I did just want to make a point that if you've lived in a all white city, or you know, you're currently in an all white city, or you're used to it, then I think moving to Austin wouldn't be that much of a difference. But just me, myself, I've never lived in a city with such a low black population, and it was just a really huge cultural shock. Now, to go to say, you still might like something like that, but, it's just not a fit for everyone. So here's another question. How is it being a YouTuber in Austin? I asked because I know a lot of YouTubers moved to LA. I think it's pretty nice. I mean, if you check my videos out, you'll see it's some places to shoot here. Definitely. It's some beautiful places in Austin. Austin doesn't give me that. It's not how people imagine Texas is, flat or muggy. No, Austin is like the middle of all of it. You get some flat here, you get some mountains here. You might get a little desert in the corner, I don't know. But I think it's pretty nice to shoot here. As you see, I shoot primarily in my house, because I'm not an outdoor type of shooter, but I think it's pretty good. LA would probably be a lot better, I would imagine, especially just being around more YouTubers. I will say that. A lot of people move to LA for it because they can be around people who are like them. If I could easily meet another YouTuber who's in my backyard and he's more advanced than me and willing to work with me and we team up, do a video together or something like that, that would just be amazing, right? It's not that many YouTubers in Austin to do that with. Most of the YouTubers are like myself, and they just put out a video about them moving to Austin. Obviously I decided to keep it going because it's something I wanted to do anyway. So it's a lot of questions about racism in Austin, and is it mainly white people in the diversity? Definitely go check out my last video. I actually just put it out a few days ago, so it'll be right below or above this one. And that's really talking about the diversity in Austin. It is not diverse. I'm just gonna keep it short right there. How's the crime in Austin? Is it really bad? I live in DC area where crime is kind of bad, but I was wondering about Austin since I would like to move there. Austin feels really safe. I can definitely attest to that. It feels safe. I feel like I'm not looking over my shoulder often. You don't hear about murders. I think the homicide count this year is like lower than the city that I moved from, which only has like 250,000 people compared to Austin's close to 1 million. So Austin, definitely, it feels safe. It's one of the biggest safe cities in the country. So another question, why don't you cut your hair? I just wanted to ask this one because this one was pretty funny. Man, I grew my hair out just because, you never know what you look best in until you try it. And I have been rocking a fade or a taper or something like that for so long, and it's never been this long. And I'm just excited that it's this long and I can do whatever I want with it. If I want to cut it, I can cut it and get the fade tomorrow. But now I have hair, so if I want to braid it up or get some little dreads or whatever I want to do with it, I can. I just like having options. That's why I shave my beard, because guess what? It'll grow back, and I might like how this looks with this hairstyle. Who knows? I like to switch it up. Most people don't. How's the homelessness situation in Austin, especially along West 5th and downtown? Bruh. The homeless, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I feel bad for them. I really do. So don't take this look as me like not feeling bad or being sympathetic. I really feel bad for these people, and I wish I could provide more for them. I wish I was some like billionaire, because I will definitely clean up the streets of homeless people and make sure they get the help they need. But I can't, and they are an issue, and it needs to be taken care of. And Austin has a lot of homeless people. So yeah, that is a issue, especially downtown, bro. You're gonna run into those downtown. Last question I'm gonna ask today. Again, definitely go ask some more questions. You see, I'll answer them and I'll give you a little shout out if you want it. But the last question of the day is, what is it like leaving your friends and family? It's really tough. I'm 18 to 22 hours away from the people that care about me the most. I'm the type of person that likes to be around people. Back home, I hang out with my boys often. I'll go see my family kind of often, probably less often than I should have, to be honest. But it's really tough. And now when I go back, it's just like, man, I miss y'all so much. And, you know, just being in a new city with no friends, you know, didn't know anyone. It's just tough, you know. I had to be friends with people I didn't really want to associate myself with, in all honesty, you know, as far as just some people that I had a few transactions with. But it's just tough. I mean, eventually you start branching and meeting other people. But yeah, that wraps it up, man. I appreciate y'all checking me out. Again, I'm coming back next week, or next week is going to be pretty busy, but I do got a video coming out on Tuesday. Check that out. It's where I'm moving to next after leaving Austin, which is going to be pretty soon. So definitely check that out, and like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I'm now signing out. Peace.